Okay, it is time to break down episode 9 of Survivor, titled, If You're Loyal to All, You're Loyal to None.
And we have to say, Maddie and I both knew who said it this time. We've been bad about it, but it was our boy Rizzo.
Riz God. It was a haunting warning from the one and only Riz God.
It is.
AKA Rizzo.
He's starting to really kind of pick it up now.
He's conniving.
He is conniving.
I'll tell you that. Okay, so episode starts out on night 15 with half of the Luwadi tribe still at tribal council and the other half, safety.
Yeah.
Alex and Christina, who weren't at tribal, are discussing who they believe was sent home at tribal council. They're thinking it's either Rizzo or Sophie. Like they're dead set on
and
it.
they seem to be more set on it. Oh, it's probably Sophie.
Sophie.
Rizzo probably used his idol. But shocking to everyone, when they come back, they're all like, MC's gone.
Yeah.
What?
What happened to MC? Why is Sophie here? Why is
Right?
Rizzo here?
Yeah, because they all see Sophie kind of, as that physical threat in the challenges and everything. She's always coming in second, super close to winning.
Yeah.
So they were very surprised. I mean, I was kind of surprised also last week that it was MC.
I was too.
But
MC's a really strong player though, so I could see the thought process behind that. So again, shock amongst the tribe. Christina says, MC being gone is a punch to the gut.
I thought it was interesting how much she reacted. I guess I didn't realize how close
they
Christina
were.
and MC were.
Yeah, we didn't really see that. But yeah, Sophie then kind of gets concerned about everyone being so shocked that she's still standing.
The biggest surprise, I think she was like, Steven. I was close with Steven, and he's surprised I'm still here. So it's like, I need to reevaluate my situations here, my alliances.
Yeah, exactly. So then, Savannah and Soph have kind of started forming an alliance last week into this week. Savannah tells Soph about her extra vote. And just as a reminder, like you said, Rizzo has an idol, Soph has a knowledge of power advantage, and Savannah has that extra vote from last week that she did not use.
Yeah, and they all feel like they're sitting on the bottom, so they're sitting kind of pretty. But anyways, we go to the next day, and surprisingly, I told Maddie that I was surprised. Steven tells Sage about Christina's idol that Alex and Christina found with him.
Yes.
And Christina was like, we don't tell anybody. I'll use it on you guys if I need to.
Yeah.
So I was very surprised but he tells Sage, don't say a thing or else it's gonna come back to me. And Sage is smart and she's like, I'm not gonna tell Jawan.
Yeah.
So it would have backfired.
Exactly. So now again, Sophie is trying to form alliances with Savannah, Soph, and Alex.
Yeah. But here's the thing with Alex. Rizzo, he's kind of on it. He notices how much middle ground Alex is playing.
Yeah.
Alex is playing both sides.
Here's Alex, here's one side, here's the other. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rizzo's kind of on to him. But then we get into our reward challenge of the episode.
Yes.
So for this one, the teams are split into 2 groups of 4. And basically they have to roll this heavy metal cube, use it to retrieve sandbags, crawl under this net, then use the sandbags to knock off 3 rings from a tall pole. Then once they have the rings, they then have to land them on that same pole.
Again.
Yes. So for the reward, they're playing for fried chicken, French fries, soft drinks, cheesecake with blueberries.
Yes, all the great
Delicious.
things. Okay, so on the blue team, we've got Christina, Sophie, Alex, and Savannah. Then on the yellow team, we have Sage, Steven, Rizzo, and Jawan. Now you'll notice somebody was not mentioned, and that was Soph. She was not chosen, so she gets to wager on a group, and she ends up choosing the yellow group. Okay.
Now, it comes down, it's pretty close for the most part.
Very close the entire challenge.
But Alex does end up pulling off the win for the blue team. Now, here's the thing that was very touching. Christina's on the winning team. And she's like, Uncle Jeff, Uncle Jeff, everything. Can I switch places with Jawan? He has not eaten since we've been out here.
16 days.
He's always out breaking coconuts for everybody, but he has not gotten to go on a reward. Can I switch places with him? And Jawan, he's hesitant at first. He's like, I feel like I should earn it.
Yeah, and he's like, I've always been the provider. I didn't have a dad growing up, so I was always taking care of my, younger siblings. So, I don't feel like I'm worthy. But thankfully, Jawan decides, hey, I haven't really eaten in 16 days.
And
I'm going to accept this trade.
Yeah, it's understandable that you would want to, prove yourself, especially if you get to the final 3 and you have to pitch why you should win, But also, everybody else has eaten. And you need that energy to make it farther. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back. They kumbaya, they had their thing. Christina went to the other team and sat out on the prize. But Savannah, the eyes are on Savannah. Yet again, she is public enemy number 1, according to Christina. And Christina says she gives off mean girl energy.
Yeah,
I agree.
I could see that. I like Savannah, but I could see how that comes across for some
Exactly.
people,
Well, and I also just think she's very intimidating. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so Soph decides she's going to play all sides of, all sides, essentially. Fills in Savannah about what the tribe plans to do at the next tribal council. And in turn, Savannah actually divulges to Soph her actual career as a reporter, which, if you've been watching this season, Savannah's been very tight-lipped and keeping it close to the chest. She has not even mentioned that she was a reporter in media, et cetera, because she doesn't want people to look at her any differently and or start questioning her.
Yeah, and then also back at camp, Rizzo's he's got his sights set on Alex, like we mentioned earlier. But he's kind of just making a little bit of stuff up, too, to get everybody to be
blowing
suspicious.
Smoke up everyone's behind, just creating drama.
Yes, that is very true. But then we would move on to the immunity challenge. Would you like to take this one?
Yes, okay, you guys, this immunity challenge, the feet, once again, are involved. Use your feet to press against a disc. If it drops, you're out. Then, for the first 10 minutes, you can hold on to, the structure or your legs. Then after 10 minutes, you gotta, no hands holding on to anything.
Yep.
The last woman and man sitting with their feet and their disc up win immunity. So Rizzo drops. First out for the men, very much like last week. And then Christina, boom, first out for the girls. Again, very much like last week.
And in this first round, it was so funny because they're like, Steven, distract us with some space facts. I had no idea how much of a space nerd Steven was, and I loved it.
He is a rocket scientist, Charlie.
Oh my gosh, is he? I forgot about that.
That is his title. He's a rocket scientist.
I forgot. Well, after a while, you forget what people's professions are.
I know.
Unless they're keeping it a secret, like Savannah.
Yeah.
But, no, totally forgot about that.
That's okay. Honestly, this challenge made I was sitting down eating dinner, and it made my legs hurt. Just keeping them up.
That long, especially when you can't hold on to anything.
All core.
Yeah. You have to practice for that.
So it comes down to Savannah versus Sophie. Again, very much like last week. And then Jawan and Steven. Eventually, Jawan gives up, drops it. Sophie gives up, drops it. So Steven wins individual immunity for the men. Savannah wins second individual immunity back-to-back for, herself and on the women's team.
A second week in a row that Savannah's been kind of their target, and they have not been able to go for it.
And honestly, I don't know why more eyes aren't on her getting her out now.
I mean...
But everyone's kind of they're now Team Savannah, it seems.
Yeah.
Until, I guess, this week, or next week.
But we go back to camp, and it's kind of seems like it's between, trying to flush out the idol that Rizzo has, and then between Soph. But, Rizzo, he's working hardcore on that Alex stuff. And you can tell that some of the other people realize Alex is kind of sitting in the middle as well.
Is being that fair weather fan. He's like, well, I like you, but I also like you.
Right.
He's keeping it very neutral, which is not sitting well with everyone. So.
And then we get to tribal council. And per usual, I kind of check out in the conversation beforehand.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, there's no revelations. But we get to our votes.
Yes.
And it comes down to 5 votes Alex, 2 votes Soph, and 1 vote on Rizzo. So Alex does get voted out. He is our 3rd member of the jury. So it's heating up here. Rizzo's really on it. Savannah's kind of still #1 target, but she keeps pulling off those wins.
She really does, and I don't see her stopping anytime soon. So Survivor out tonight, new episode, you guys. Things are heating up, and I can't wait to see what happens and who goes home next.
We'll find out tonight.
All right, you guys.